Right after graduate school, I started working as a social worker, and I was working in Brooklyn, in New York, and I saw the plight of those in the inner cities. And now, since then, it's even gotten worse. That was way back in the 70s. 60% of African American males that are high school dropouts will be imprisoned by age 30. 1 out of 3 African American males is either in prison or supervised by the judicial system. And when it comes to our health and chronic disease, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, I mean, we are the forerunners in many of these areas. Over 70% of the births in the African American community are out of wedlock. The child that was born in slavery time had more of a chance to be raised by a 2-parent household than a child born today in the African American community. That is so frightening. That is so disturbing. How did we get here? And how do we get out of here? What do we do to help those in the inner city to throw off their current circumstances and to dare to dream of something better?
Like so many young people in the inner city, me being one of them, they don't have both parents. They're not raised with both of their parents. And in many cases, it's just the mother often raising her child or children. In my case, in my sister's case, at 3 months old, I was left at a babysitter. My sister was 3 years old. And my mom and dad walked away and never came back. There are a lot of people in the inner city that are aimless, a lot of young people. And so what we do is we turn to the thing that we feel is going to bring satisfaction, and in so many cases, that's where the use of drugs becomes an onset, or promiscuity or children being born out of wedlock.
The more immediate role models are the guys on the corner with the big cars and the flashy rings, who are saying by their lifestyle, I've got what you want. That's the problem. The kinds of role models that are there, that are most immediate, that are most accessible, are not the kind of role models that parents want their children to have, and yet they're there. Beneath the glitz, there's pain, there's horror, there's drugs, there's prison, there's death, there's all these kind of things. Sadly, it looks good, but as the Bible says, the end there are the ways of death.
We want to maintain the vision of 3ABN, which is to give the undiluted Three Angels message to the world. And we know that the people in the inner cities are languishing and suffering, and we have a message for them. We have hope for them. And it's Jesus. It's basically Jesus. God is love, and that's what we want to teach, that God is love. And how does that play out in everyday life? I want to be able to, again, give practical applications to the gospel. And that's what Dare to Dream is going to do.
Hi, my name is Cassio Jones, and you're watching Action for Life.
We want to reclaim the media for Christ. One of the things that we realize is that television plays a very important part in shaping values. And so Satan is using television to shape the values of those in our inner cities and suburbia, just everywhere. If we can go into the homes and share Christ and share tools for living, we can really make a difference and give hope to the people in the inner cities.
Veggie's best kept secret? You telling me that the veggie kingdom or the plant kingdom has a secret?
Sonia Carson had a problem. Her sons, Benjamin and Curtis, weren't doing well in school, so she decided to take matters into her own hands, limit their television watching, and make them read 2 books a week. Ben went from being called a dummy to being the smartest in his class. Ben Carson was born in Detroit, Michigan on September 18, 1951. When he was 8 years old, his parents divorced.
The media is a powerful tool. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad. Even in so-called religious programs, it can be used for good and used for bad. And that's the reason I got to thinking years ago to build a television station that give an undiluted Three Angels message is one that would counteract the counterfeit.